Hello, everyone. I thought after a little while of kind of being on hold making this game, I thought I'd do a little video kind of showing you what it's all about and stuff. Because the only promotional stuff I've kind of done for my game Codfish is posting the music I made for it and some weapons from the alpha like a year ago or so, like long way back. But so let's talk about this screen right here, this classic and the two coming soon buttons. I am probably going to replace this with a little list showing all the different game modes, whatever you want to call them, you can play. This is originally going to be 3 different sort of games that you could play with Codfish, but I think I'm just going to make it to where it's a little list and you can load your own custom things instead of having these 3 here and then custom games like down at the bottom next to the power button. But that's another tangent I want to get into. Let's load up what we have right now. So this is classic. This is sort of this right now. It's if you go into the stable version 0.6 that's currently out, it's just multiplayer. There's a little tutorial thing too you can access. I've changed that up. I've got the single player screen here. We'll get into that later, but right now I want to show you the multiplayer side of things because it's where it's kind of all started. This Supernova, this is the first map I'd ever made for the game, and I just want to talk a little bit about why this game kind of exists, because to the you know, on the surface, this kind of just looks like a generic FPS. You know, you got 2 different weapons, you got your grenades and stuff. That's gonna stun me. Yep, I am so sorry for doing that. But anyway, you got all the different power-ups and stuff. It seems kind of generic. What kind of makes this different? Well, I'll get to that in a bit, but first I want to talk about the origins, sort of why this game came out. I'm sure you guys know Call of Duty. Back in 2023, I think they came out with Modern Warfare 3, and it sucked. It did not look good. I used to be a pretty big Call of Duty fan. Why? That's half of why I made this game, but I also made this game because I looked at Modern Warfare 3 and all the stupid stuff they did. Basically making a DLC for Modern Warfare 2 and making a premium release, like $70 or some shit, you know, premium, quote unquote. And I was like, this is stupid. I'm making my own game. So I started back in October 2023. I can probably put up a couple photos, not in video. I kind of have to rush to get this video out pretty quick because I've got work in like an hour. So I'm not gonna put them on screen right now, but later in like a community post or something, I'll show you those photographs of that. But let me think here. Let me show you the weapon system that I got real quick, because I think this is a pretty good weapon system. You got your firing stuff, your ADS, you got reloads, empty and tactical, you know, whatever you want to call it. Recoil system's pretty simple. It just kind of goes up in one direction when you fire. Pretty simple, but and also with the release of or the announcement of Black Ops 7, I thought it'd be really good to post about it now, because I think people are finally waking up to, okay, this is, you know, Call of Duty's kind of gone downhill or whatever. But I should also mention this game is open source. You can find the Git repo on Codeberg if you want to view it there. Let me know if anything's kind of off about that repo. I haven't really tested it yet, but people have told me it's all right. Anyway, so multiplayer FPS. Cool. What's so different about it? Well, I was thinking about this for a while. You know, you have this multiplayer thing. You load into a map with your friends. You get like 3 or 4 people. This isn't a big game. It's sort of meant for like a party game. You have the max capacity is kind of like, I think six players. I have it set to on the server framework. Let me think here. My mind went blank for a second. What makes this different? I thought about this for a while. people don't really want multiplayer first-person shooter. The last thing people want in like their game library is another multiplayer first-person shooter. I think there's too many of those. The genre's getting kind of stale. All the different AAA companies are doing extraction shooters now, or battle royales, or shit like that. And as I look at this, then I'm like, this is kind of this is multiplayer. Deathmatch is all this kind of has to offer. Like, really, it's kind of boring. So I thought, well, I have to add some kind of single player thing to this game, because the problem with the current multiplayer the current multiplayer framework as it stands is oh, come on, let me I had it for a second. Where was it? You boot up this game. You go to host game. You can host a game, and that's so cool. You can see all the levels and stuff. And there's a lot more. There's a whole loadout thing you have here with all your different perks and stuff. And most of these all work. Booster, I think, is kind of useless because I don't have time power-ups coded yet. But oh, let me show you dual wield pistols. That'd be kind of cool to show off. Let me switch classes and get that going. There are ragdolls too, also, but they're kind of funky. So, dual pistols, pretty cool, right? I'll show you here in a little bit. Something very cool. I think most games have this. When one pistol's empty, we'll slide only on one of them. Pretty cool, right? But you go into a multiplayer game, and this is all cool. You kind of test out the weapons, run around the map, but in order to actually play the game, you have to get one of your friends up, have them download the game, and then you have to make sure UPnP is enabled. I don't know if you saw that in the menu of booting up the game, but you have to make sure UPnP is enabled. And it's just a whole big complicated process to play a deathmatch game that only has like six maps and is kind of generic, So there has to be some sort of single player thing you can play that you can just hop right into and get going. So let's go to that real quick. I'll show you another map that I'm pretty proud of. This is the most recent map that I made. If you go, the skybox here is different from the stable release, but it's all right. It's got little got these L shapes in the middle. You got path up here you can go to and kind of flank around and stuff. Let me also show you the power weapon. So you see that blue Desert Eagle over there? If you go and pick that up, depending on what class you have, it's going to give me FMG 9s because I'm a SMG class. Depending on what class you have, you can get a pretty cool power weapon. This doesn't have an alternate fire or anything. The let's see, the CQB class shotguns, that does have an alt fire. I'll show this off real quick. Just kind of spam this. Go off. And wait for that power weapon to come back up. It will. There it is. Alright. Pick that up. This one has an alt fire. It's kind of a DMR shotgun hybrid. You hip fire. It's a shotgun, you aim down the sight. And it's a rifle. Pretty cool, So let me show you what I've got so far for single player. And that is just a simple little survival map. I made this in like two days. I still needs to be a little ironed out. But I should also mention getting the player controller to work for single player for offline. It was kind of hard because everything was wired up to multiplayer connections and sending calls over the network. I had to figure out how to get that wired to, if it's multiplayer, send a call. If it's not, just run it locally. So that's done. I'll run around this map a little bit. It's kind of plain for now. I think about changing these, because in every little one of these not quadrants, what would the word be? I guess we'll just say quadrants for now. It's just 5 of them, but quadrants. Probably think about changing these. Think it these up just a little bit. Maybe change some of the textures up on the wall. Maybe adding light. in this stadium. But modes I'm going to have are Wave Survival, because it's an indie FPS, you have to have Wave Survival. The Mercenaries mode from Resident Evil. I think I've been playing Resident Evil games a little bit, run through a whole marathon. I'm currently on Revelations 1. I played 1 through 6 so far. I think they're pretty good, except for 5. 5 kind of sucks, but I have the Mercenaries mode, and then an Exploration mode where you just kind of run through the map, and you can have like scripted sequences, different little puzzles you can do, things like that. Whatever you want, really. It's kind of like a wild card of a game mode. So I think that'll be a pretty interesting idea, is you have single player. It's not just limited to deathmatch, and you will be able to, once I get the mod framework up, you'll be able to go in and make your own custom map for multiplayer and single player. It'll be pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you want to play Codfish, I'll have it linked in the description of the video. Thank you very much.